Hey everyone, May is National Stop the Bleed Month, and I thought I would reintroduce you to the ankle kit that I use every day. This is mine. I'll talk to you about it in a second. I have one that is brand new and disassembled right here from Mountain Man Medical, and I want to talk about why I carry it, what it's good for, why I strongly recommend having medical on your person, and then give you an offer for some freebies with this stuff. Whether you choose the new home defense model with an impressive 20-foot range, or the standard smaller discreet model, or the mid-size Mark III, Pound Pepper Spray is who I trust to give me something between a harsh word and a gun. Being able to bless someone with the hot sauce and break contact is an important tool in every self-defender's toolbox, so go hit the link in the description and pick some up. Thank them for sponsoring today's video. So I'm going to start off at the outset. I get it, man. You watch a video like this and you're like, dude, this is just sponsored content. It's just an ad. Maybe a little bit. We're not sponsored by Mountain Man Medical. They were a sponsor in the past. They are good friends. It's owned by Jacob Paulson and Riley Bowman, who are friends of mine, and I consider them awesome dudes. They support the ASP National Conference, which I am very appreciative of. But anything that would come to ASP from any medical kit sold from Mountain Man Medical go to charities, okay? So we pick a different charity every month and we give that money to charity. So I don't have any financial incentive in the game. They haven't paid me for any of this. I do not have a financial relationship with any company that makes any of the products that I'm going to show you, okay? This is just what I carry and why. I think that having some medical training has been very important to me in my life. I've been a self-defender now, like somebody who's really interested in self-defense for a little over 20 years. And in that time, I have had to use my emergency medical training and skills at least 5 times, at least 2 of which I think were at least instrumental in helping somebody get to professional help in order to save their life with major traumatic bleeding, okay? I'm not saying I saved their life. I'm saying I kind of stabilized and helped them to get to the professionals in a pre-hospital setting that then got them to the bright lights and the cold steel, okay? So because of that, and I'm not talking about gunshots, though I think this is a really useful thing for real gunfights. If you go watch the big channel, man, we see real people get shot, like the good folks get hurt in real gunfights, get shot, get knifed, get punched hard enough that they're bleeding profusely in real fights, not uncommonly, okay? And when you have that, you don't want to be looking around going, oh no, what do I need? And I hear people sometimes, they go, well, I'll just use my belt as a tourniquet, which in a modern context is just mind-blowing to me that when this stuff is readily available, that actually works and isn't dog crap, that you would try to improvise in that moment. Well, I'll just use my t-shirt and I'll use my belt. Okay, but for just literally a few bucks, I can have actual quality equipment that will do the job better. That makes infinite sense to me. And this is for not just, again, gunfighting, which I do think, again, as a defensive firearms carrier, you have to recognize I might get hurt. A bystander might get hurt. A good person might be in dire need of help. You know, how many times in officer-involved incidents have we seen real significant injuries that required a tourniquet, that required first aid? I just did a badge cam that, because I work ahead, it won't be out for a couple of weeks on the big channel. That was serious. I mean, a guy that got knifed by a bad guy and he was in serious problems, had a big wound here that was bleeding profusely out the back of his head, as well as a deep stab wound in his lower leg. So he needed all that. I have used it at car wrecks. I've seen these used in dog bites, people falling through windows. You know, you're up working on the house on a ladder or something. You break a window and slice an arm open really bad, falling through a window. I've seen that multiple times. So that's why I carry this, right? And this is my ankle kit. This is the one I carry and wear every single day. Now, here's the new one, right? So this is a new model of this, and we start with a Wilderness Tactical 5-inch cuff. This is the old US palm cuff that Wilderness Tactical now makes, and they are friends, and you'll see ads for them on the big channel that I just do because they are my friends, okay? So they are not a sponsor. They don't give me money for that. I just say this is the best equipment on earth. The original founder, Ralph, was a good acquaintance and a crotchety, persnickety old man who I loved, and his daughter, Sam, is now the kind of managing partner. And she's fantastic. Their staff is fantastic. They make the best stuff on earth. This is what it looks like brand new. This one in black, obviously. You can get it in black or in tan. This tan one I have been wearing. I'm going to see if I can get this to focus here. I don't know that it's going to focus real well. But I've been wearing this one since pre-COVID, right? So like 6 years I've worn this particular one, and you can see it gets worn every day, all the time. Anytime I'm in pants, anytime I'm out of the house, I'm wearing this. I took it to court with me a couple of weeks ago, gets through court, no problem. And this is how it looks. It looks fantastic, right? Now, I know if Sam watches this, she's going to be like, oh, John, why didn't you show the brand new one first? Because I want you to see what this looks like. It actually, I could stand up, actually wash it right now. And you can throw this in the wash. I don't throw it in the dryer, but throw it in the wash and then line dry it, and it'll be fine. And it has everything in it that I'm about to show you. So what do I put in it? We start with a quality tourniquet. When you need a tourniquet, you don't need nothing else. And it can either come with a soft tee or a cat. And we've talked about the snake staff ones as well. I like those tourniquets a lot too. Right now, through Mountain Man, softy or cat. I prefer the softy because it packs flatter in this application. For my range bags, I like the cat because I think they're a little easier to apply and apply well, but they're bigger, right? And so in an ankle kit, I'm putting my pants over it. So you've got to learn how to flat pack a softy. And so it comes like this. You got to take it out of the bag and then flat pack it, right? And it just, dude, there's a video on that. I'll see if I can look it up, but you can just just search on YouTube, search flat pack, SOF tourniquet, and it'll come right up. And then that takes 2 minutes, flat pack that sucker. Next thing that it has in it now is this H&A, or it used to be the H&H. Now it's the Mountain Man Bridger. This is a compact bandage. This isn't compression gauze. This is a compact bandage. We used to use the H&H, but the H&H isn't available anymore. It just, they got rid of the SKU when the parent company, they consolidated and got rid of some SKUs. They got rid of the SKU for the original H&H. And so this one, I know that the guys at Mountain Man worked really hard to work on this one. So it's got like a big pad on it and then elastic, and it can be a great compression. And this is also really valuable because this kind of a compression bandage works really well for small children as a tourniquet too, if they need it, right? So that those thin limbs with not as kind of tense muscles and fibers, this works well as a tourniquet. So you don't got to worry about having the bungee cord of failure or something like that, right? So this is really helpful for non-major bleeding, but if you had something like a big scrape, if you had a cut that wasn't like bright arterial bleeding, this is what you want to put in there. Next thing you want to put in there, you want to put a couple of chest seals. These are the high fin compact chest seals. I like those. They work really, really well. They will do the job. And we put 2 of them in there because you might very well have a through and through. So if you have an entry wound and an exit wound, you slap one on the front, one on the back. That prevents a tension pneumothorax, okay? And when you need one of these, there's really not a whole lot else that's going to work unless, again, you're going to improvise with a garbage bag and some duct tape or something, and that's going to take forever, okay? So a couple of high fin chest seals. Next, is it pronounced, you'll tell me, keto gauze, Cheeto gauze, whatever. This is an impregnated gauze that is hemostatic, okay? So it's a hemostatic gauze. And what you use this for, again, if you have a penetrating wound in a junction or somewhere where a tourniquet won't work, or I'm going to struggle with that and I don't know exactly where the bleeding is coming from, I push this in there and I just pack the trash out of it, pile it on top, get some pressure on it. So it's a 4 Ps, right? Pack, push, pile, and pray. Pack, pile, push, pray. And that's, again, I've actually used this on a guy. I used one of these on a guy who I got near a car wreck. I wasn't a part of it. I didn't even actually see the car wreck. He was on a bicycle, got hit by a Bronco, and hit his head on the hood of the Bronco, and then went backwards and basically grated the back of his head, of his scalp off on the pavement from that Bronco hitting him. And he was bleeding like mad out the back of his head. And I tried some regular gauze. It didn't work. The guy's head was still bleeding like crazy. I used this, stopped it just like that. I mean, stopped that bleeding out the back of his head amazingly well. And I was able to stabilize him and help him until the paramedics arrived about 6.5, 7 minutes later. Second to last thing comes with a little 1 pair of gloves. Blue, you notice, not black, because black is much harder to see blood. So blue, you want to take these out so that you're not, trying to pick them out of there. Again, you got to stage it correctly. And then a set of trauma shears, and trauma shears, super helpful. When you see this badge cam come up, you're going to see this guy just bloody as all get out from the wounds that he sustained. And the officer just cut his shirt right up the, stem to stern to see where's the bleeding coming from. And I think that's very, very important. I think it's very helpful to have. You can substitute something like this for a good sharp knife if you want to. I get it. Again, a sharp knife, maybe not as safe as this in those kinds of environments, and where you would put that, right like so. And that's exactly where that guy goes. Mine fell out when I pulled it out here. So if you notice again, and you see that, I have all of that here. So I have my tourniquet, then I have my gloves over right here. I have my chest seals. Now, the thing with the chest seals, they do expire, and these are about to expire. So I'm going to replace them when this is done with the new ones that I just got right here. Our compression, our compression bandage, right? The new one, I'm gonna actually replace it with the new one here, and our keto gauze. So you have all this in a compact package. Now, again, if you're into the skinny jeans, you're probably not going to have that. But I really like having a med kit on my person, and a stout med kit. So I prefer not to have one in my pocket because I don't generally feel like it's enough. I'd rather have a little more capability. So I wear this ankle kit. And the reason that I love the Wilderness Tactical cuff is it's got enough stretch in it and enough elastic that all this stuff stays put. It doesn't go nowhere. And so it literally is the only one I've ever seen that actually everything stays there, and you don't need a bunch of straps over the top, which makes things bulkier and wider and more difficult. And it's actually comfortable. So when I first got it, it probably took a few days for it to kind of mold to my ankle a little bit. And you got to kind of, work things around so that it sits in a comfortable spot. You don't have any hot spots. But once you do that, I've walked miles with this on my foot. Never had any problems whatsoever. So I really like this kit, and I have used it multiple times. And I promise you, if ever you see me out and about, in a pair of jeans, and you go, John, do you really wear that ankle kit? Ask me. I'll show it to you because I have it on me. And I have taken this on airplanes all over the world. I have taken it, and I mean literally all over the world. I've taken it to Thailand. I have taken it to Africa. I've taken it to Greece. I have taken it to Thailand. Did I say Thailand already? And never any problems whatsoever. I've taken it to court, had it in court with me this last week. Really, really valuable. And so, hey, cool. Now, again, if you hit the link in the description to Mountain Man Medical, to the ASP branded kits, if you buy one of the ASP branded kits, then any money that would come to me, we keep track of it at the end of the month, and Mountain Man sends a check to the charity that we choose. And we choose different charities all the time. And for the last couple of months, we have been helping SWAT ministries with their ministry. And we've done, we helped a mom escape some domestic abuse and put some first and last on a new apartment before that. We've helped a number of different charities, right? And so if you want to just source all this yourself, then go ahead. That's great. I have no problems with it. But if you go buy the kit from Mountain Man, it's actually, I think, $1.50 cheaper than sourcing it all yourself. So why wouldn't you do that, in my opinion? They are in stock. I know that in the past we've had challenges with stock, and that's not a Mountain Man problem. That's a stocking all this stuff problem. And this is what Mountain Man has done. They've come up with this tourniquet holder called the Riker, okay? And this is named after a guy who was very important as a doctor. And just like the Bridger was named after, they do all this stuff with like Civil War and American history folks. So this one has some connection to that. You can go read about that if you want. This tourniquet holder, though, it's a little chunky in my opinion, but it will hold either a cat or a softie. And I like it for range day. Or if you want to put this and stick it on the outside of your range kit, which Neil talked about the range kit a couple of weeks ago, or earlier this week, I think, and was a fantastic video. So it's like $42 for one of these guys. And if you go and check out and you use the code ASPSTB, so ASPSTB, Active Self Protection Stop the Bleed, for Stop the Bleed month before May 23rd. Now, it's only going to go through May 23rd. He's not going to leave that forever. But if you put that code in here, they will just auto add this to your order and ship it to you, okay, for free, which is cool. So you get a good kit. You get one that actually works. And again, I wear this one every single day. absolutely have an ethical commitment that I would never recommend a product on this channel that I don't personally use, wouldn't trust my family to use with my life. And I think having some knowledge here is critically important. Oh, the last thing that you get here is you get a cool little asp, little Velcro patch if you want to put that on your stuff. Cool. And listen, I really feel like this is important stuff. I have used my med kit at car wrecks. I have used it when we've had significant issues, at shopping centers and friends. I think it's valuable to have. If God forbid you get in a gunfight and somebody gets hurt, one of the good people gets hurt. I don't generally keep one of these for treating bad guys. I don't feel like for a private citizen, because I can't take somebody into custody. I don't have cuffs and stuff like that. I don't believe it's safe. But for your family, for your loved ones, for all those reasons, I think it's very valuable to have. And so I really recommend this. Again, we've sourced the top flight, really high quality stuff. And let me say this. This cuff from Wilderness Tactical is by hands down, head, shoulders, knees, and toes above anybody else. And it works so much better than everything else. And I know I hear from people, well, I use this other brand and it's great. Awesome, man. And good for you. And I'm down with that. And there's lots of ways to skin a cat. This one, I've tested almost everything that's on the market. And this one is just so much better. Then that's why we use it. And it makes the kit a little bit more expensive because this isn't cheap, right? The ones that get sourced from overseas and they're less expensive. And I just won't, because I believe in this one so much more. So, what are you carrying for medical? Now, I know some people are going to ask, well, John, it's getting into summer, so what are you doing? And I have a pocket kit that when I have to go absolute minimalist that I use. But man, I try to wear long pants, and one of the reasons that I wear long pants is so I can have my med kit on my person that I know will handle things in an emergency. And for that same reason that I tend to carry a full-size gun and not a little bitty micro 9 for the most part, or a little pocket gun, and I get it. I get it. Rule number 1 of gunfighting, have a gun, right? So if you're only going to either carry the pocket gun or you're not going to carry it all, carry the pocket gun. But if you can accommodate it, having something more is important. So if all you can carry is a pocket medical, or all you can do is throw a tourniquet in your pocket, fine, then do that. I like having a more robust kit so that I can handle more problems, not get the heebie-jeebies, so I have some gloves on me. That's been important to me a couple of times. And have a capability along with some knowledge. If you buy stuff from Mountain Man Medical, they have an online course that you can take, as well as FEMA does the Stop the Bleed course online, I think now too. So that's good, but in-person training, really key. So you know how to use the equipment. You've got some experience, really important. I really like having this stuff. And I hesitate for this kind of video because I know people say, well, gosh, John, it's all about just spending money. And I don't want to be a consumerist. I don't want to be like, here, just buy this thing and you'll be prepared, because I don't think that's the key. But I do think when you need medical, you don't want to run to the car. Okay. When people are like, well, I keep a kid in my car. Well, I don't want you to have to run. How far away is the car? 100 yards, 200 yards, 300 yards. So you got to run to the car, get the kit, run back. How much time has that taken? Then how much have you winded yourself and not been there in the moment? And somebody can bleed out and die in that short of time. And when seconds count, you got to have it on your person. That's kind of like saying, well, I keep a gun in my glove box. And so if something pops off in the convenience store, I'll just run out to my glove box and grab my gun. Ain't going to work that way, friends. And it's not going to be effective for you. So I keep it on my person. This is the one that I use for my on the person. Appreciative of Jacob and his team and Riley at Mountain Man Medical, who have put these together for us, sourced all the components, made sure everything's right, ship them out right now. They are shipping like full in stock, rock and roll, buy it and go, and support good charities at the same time. Hope you guys are having a great day, and hope that helps you. God bless. And remember, don't just learn to defend your life, but make sure that you're living a life worth defending.